let's see if we're actually live here, shall we? Let's see. If we are live, let's see which one we're actually live on. Go live. Okay, this is fun. This is so. Welcome back to my Hey, welcome back to my Slackware current desktop. All right. Give me a second while I rearrange myself here. I wasn't planning on doing on this channel, but that's okay. Let's see. So there we go. Now let's just rearrange my Slackware. So this is Slackware current. Welcome back to my Slackware current desktop. Current as of March 7, 2026. Give me a second while I rearrange myself here. There is a link in the description channel, but that's the site where I download the current from. So there we go. So this is Slackware current as of got a terminal here. I originally built this on an Oracle virtual machine as of March 7, 2026. 80 gigabytes of space. You can see I've used up 24/4. There is a link in the description to the site where I download the current from. So I get 80 gigabytes of space, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 64. I originally built this on an Oracle virtual machine. And let's store that. So what we're going to do tonight is 80 gigabytes of space. You can see I've used up 24/4 of the 80 gigabytes of space. So I have 57 gigabytes still available. All right. So I gave 80 gigabytes of space, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of VRAM. And of course we are using our virtual desktop. We're going to have a little fun. Let's see if we can get, good. And of course we are using our virtual desktops, right? Let's start with something simple. UB Python Package Manager. Let's see. Let's install that. Let's start with something simple. UB Python Package Manager. Installation. So we got this here. Let's install that. So we copy that. Then we come over to here. And this will, of course, install this locally to my user account. So got this here. Oh, that didn't take long. So next we'll come over here like so. So we copy that. Then we come over to here. We're going to add this to our. And this will, of course, install this locally to my user account. UV installed. So let's set up a. Oh, that didn't take long. Good. So next we'll come over here like so. We're going to add this to our path statement. Okay. Now you can see we got UV installed. So let's set up a projects. To Django. That's it. Initialize project. Okay. To Django. Go over here. Init. Initialize project. Now we could, of course, do what we could, of course. Okay. So now we'll go over here. We're going to install a couple packages on our. If you're not familiar with UV, it's an ultra-fast package manager for Python. Runs Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Now we could, of course, always stop by the chat session and say hi, because this is a live stream, of course. It's very fast, written in Rust. Over here, we're going to install a couple packages. We're going to UV. If you're not familiar with UV, it's an ultra-fast package manager for Python. Runs Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Of course, it's always stop by the chat session. So it should create a virtual environment. Yeah, see, so it's creating. Live stream, of course. It's very fast, written in Rust. So we initted our thing. Then we're going to create a virtual environment called .venv. Just so you can see that. UV. And there that is. Right. Let's just go ahead create a virtual environment. Yeah, see, so it's creating. I create a virtual environment called .venv. All right, just so you can see that. And there that is. Let's just go ahead and install the usual suspects, okay? So Slackware, the latest version of Slackware has not been released yet. So let's just go 1 second over here to show you the site where this came from. For Netherlands. So Slackware, the latest version of Slackware has not been released. And this is where I downloaded the current version. Okay, so the current version is what. So let's just go 1 second over here to show you the site Slackware 15. So I believe for Netherlands has the current version. Look at that. And this is where I downloaded the current version. Okay, so the current version is what, slackware.org. That'd be kind of fun to install it. So that's where you go. Slackware, download Slackware Live. Okay, or download Slackware. So we got that. What else do we need? So I believe this is the current version. Now look at that. Stats models. That'd be kind of fun to install it. So that's where you go to download Slackware Live, okay? Or to download Slackware. So we got that. What else do we need? And the Django. Stats models. So all this good stuff's been installed. Let's install one more thing. And the Django. So all this good stuff's been installed. Let's install one more requirement named Django. Matches project name. Oh, okay. But self-dependencies. Oh, that's interesting. Requirement name Django. Matches project name. Oh, okay. 2, let's just call this PY. But self-dependencies. There. Let's just call this PY. There. I'm looking to see if it's actually looking for a particular name to Django. So if we come over here, just for the fun of it, let's just open up Emacs for this. I'm looking to see if it's actually looking for a particular name to Django. So if we come over here, just for the fun of it, let's just open up Emacs for this. Python version 3.12, Jupyter, Matplotlib. Okay, good. Let's close that. Python version 3.12, Jupyter, Matplotlib. Okay, good. Let's close that. Let's try this. Now let's say we want to run Jupyter notebooks. Oops, that's not good. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this. Now let's say we want to run Jupyter notebooks. Oops, that's not good. I got the trouble is because okay. Let's do this. Okay. The path isn't the path in the environment isn't correct, is it? I got the trouble is because we okay. The path isn't the path in the environment isn't correct, is it? Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's just... Now we could simply just use the straight Python module, couldn't we? But that's all right. Okay. So let's come back up here. Let's just rerun the second command to reinstall UV. Now we could simply just use the straight Python module, couldn't we? But that's all right. So let's come back up here. Let's just rerun the second command to reinstall UV. So we ran this. So we ran this. Let's see if this works now. No, it doesn't. Just Let me stop and think about this now. Let's see if this works now. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Let me stop and think about this now. Now come. If you're out there in land, be sure to stop by and say hi. So we got that, but it's not part of the directory, is it? Now come. If you're out there in land, be sure to stop by and say hi. So we got that, but it's not part of the directory, is it? So it's trying to append it, isn't it? Interesting. So it's trying to append it, isn't it? Interesting. Okay, there's local. Let's just try something here. Okay, there's local. Let's do this. Because it's supposed to be added onto the path, right? Let's just try something here. Right? Let's do this. Because it's supposed to be added onto the path, right? As you can see, there's nothing there. Right? Now let's come back over here. As you can see, there's nothing there. Now let's come back over here. That's slightly annoying, isn't it? Because when you run, because you can see it added on to the end of the path. Okay? It could be that the terminal's not reading the path statement or something like that. Anyway, so let's come back over here like this. That's slightly annoying, isn't it? Let's see. Because when you run, because you can see that it added it on to the end of the path. Okay. It could be that the terminal's not reading the path statement or something like that. Okay. Anyway, so let's come back over here like this. Let's see. Add what? So you can see that this thing is just crazy fast, isn't it? Okay. So now let's say we want to run Jupyter Labs. So you can see that this thing is just crazy fast, isn't it? Okay. So now let's say we want to run Jupyter Labs. Okay. That's interesting. Show contextual help. Okay, sure, why not? Okay, very good. That's interesting. Show contextual help. Sure, why not? Okay. Okay. What else we want to, so how long have we been out this so far? 23 minutes so far. Okay, good. Alright, let's see. Now let's come back over here. Let's come over to new Emacs. Let's see. Okay. What else we want to, so how long have we been out this so far? 23 minutes so far. Okay, good. Let's see. Now let's come back over here. Let's come over to new Emacs. Let's see. It's weird. Interesting. So to install, you just put this up here like this, okay? So to install, you just put this up here like this, okay? I'm going to say no to that one. I'm going to say no to that one. And so, to a certain extent, we basically got our Python development environment already set up. Okay. And so, to a certain extent, we basically got our Python development will this update already set up. The Emacs binary, or we have to run doom run from the prompt? That's the question. And as always, by all means, stop by the chat session. If you're a slacker like myself, by all means, stop by. And the question: will this update a few words of encouragement? Emacs binary, or we have to run doom run from the prompt. So doom Emacs is at the center of doom Emacs is what's called evil mode, which is Emacs VI. And as always, by all means, stop by the chat session. If you're a slacker like myself, by all means, stop by. Give me a big thumbs up. Like few words of encouragement and stuff like that to get into different modes and stuff like that, and it manages all the packages for you. It's kind of fun. So doom Emacs is at the center of doom Emacs is what's called. It's kind of fun. Doom Emacs is kind of fun. Emacs VI. You really want to learn bindings. Plus a bunch of other straight Emacs key bindings. To order to use Emacs easier, like use a space bar and stuff like that to get into different modes and stuff like that, and it manages all the packages for you. It's kind of fun to work with it's kind of fun. Doom Emacs is kind of fun to work with if you don't really want to learn all the other straight Emacs key bindings, but you want all the rest of the fun. Now, it used to be that used to come with with Apache, okay, but it doesn't anymore. Now, it used to be that seems like it used to come with PHP also. Used to come with while we're here, let me introduce you to another really good Apache Slackware site. That is, but it doesn't anymore. Seems like it used to come with PHP also. While we're here, let me introduce you to another really good Slackware site. That is so here you go. This is a pretty good site if you're interested in Linux, because it's got forums for all the major and minor distributions, including Slackware, of course. Emacs, by the way, is a Lisp language. So here you go. This is a pretty good site if you're interested in Linux, because it's got forums for all the major and minor. If you don't know the history, including Slackware, if you don't know the history of Emacs, by the way, is a Lisp language. So as you can see, I need at some point come back over here version that readjust the time. Okay. Now, if you don't know the history of, so we go over here now. If you don't know the history of Emacs, it's kind of interesting. You might check it out sometime. So as you can see, I need at some point come back over here and readjust the time. Okay. So we go over here now, development, so that didn't work, and there you go, there's do that. So space, recently open files, let's do space, buffer, open project, jump to book. Now because it's VI mode, you can do escape : and exit that way, okay? And there you go. There's do space, restore files, it'll space, buffer, eventually removed, use Emacs, jump dead. Now, because it's VI mode, you can do escape, colon, so you can see it didn't actually work, okay? Remove, because doom run, it'll eventually be eventually removed, use Emacs instead. Yeah, so you see it's still not actually recognizing Doom Emacs. Could be because it's not recognizing Doom Emacs. Well, one thing I want you to notice here, look at these extra editors down here. Joe's own editor. What's Joe's own editor look like? Okay. Yeah, so you see it's still one thing about actually recognizing Doom Emacs. XE board. Yeah, it's not recognizing Doom Emacs. No. Well, one thing I want you to notice here, look at these extra editors down here. Joe's own editor. What's Joe's own editor? Slackware comes installed a lot of extra things, a lot of extra. One thing about, oh look, it's snowing. XE board, X board, no, nice. Okay, it's not really a game. But anyway, so as you can see, Slackware comes installed a lot of extra things, a lot of accessories, particularly Joe's own Emacs. Oh, look, it's snowing. Joe's own editor, Emacs. Nice. Holy smoke. Okay, it's not really a game. WordStar. So as you can see, Slackware comes installed with a lot of different things. Okay, a lot of different things. Accessories. Those Microsoft Word, particularly before Microsoft Word existed. Joe's own Emacs. It was all designed for older systems. Joe's own editor. It was all keyboard-based. Holy smoke. Keyboard-based WordStar function. WordStar. Vulkan Cap Viewers, Widget Factory. It was Microsoft Word before Microsoft Word existed. Games, of course, it was all designed for older systems with non-windowing systems. Okay, it was all keyboard-based, internet, keyboard-based functions. Firefox, Internet Radio, which is kind of interesting. Vulkan Cap Viewers, Widget Factory. CMonkey should be an email server. Calculate, or email agent. Games again, export graphics. Greenie, GIMP, XPDF, Internet, GFP, Firefox, Internet Radio, which is kind of interesting. CMonkey should be an email server, is that right? Or email agent? No stream. Interesting. Okay, that's not much help, is it? So anyway, multimedia, no science. This is a fairly elaborate calculator, isn't it? Variables, modes. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's not much help. What if it has RPM mode? So anyway, multimedia, science, RPM mode. If you know what RPM is, it's kind of interesting. I'm not going to try to explain it here, but go out and look it up on YouTube. What if it has RPM calculator mode? RPM mode, okay? What else we got here? We got system, RPM about XFCE. If you know what RPM is, it's kind of interesting. I'm not going to try to explain it here, but go out and look it up on YouTube. Your calculator RPM mode, okay? GTK version. What else we got here? Version 6.12. We got system, CPU, Intel Core i5 CPU processor, XFCE. So it has 4 processors, okay. 1.1 gigahertz times 4, 64 bits, memory 60 gigabytes. SVG XFCE, GTK version, kernel version 6.12, Windows X11, CPU, Intel Core i5 CPU processor. So it has 4 processors, 1.1 gigahertz times 4, memory 16 gigabytes SVGA2 adapter. Not quite sure why. Okay, let's do something a little. You know what we need to do? Let's see. Come back over here. System. Settings. Yeah, not quite sure why. Okay, let's do something a little. You know what we need to do? What I'm looking for over here. System is the clock. Settings. What I'm looking for. There's nothing there. Is the clock. There's nothing there. So how do we change the clock? So how do we change the clock? Well, shoot. Well, shoot. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and bring this session to a close here. So there you have it, installing UV Package Manager and Emacs on a Slackware current system, okay?